Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. I am excited on tonight to be before you. We're going to go ahead and get started momentarily. This is the time where you want to go ahead and invite your guests, invite to run one. We're about to get started. How y'all feeling out there? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. We welcome all of our guests. We're super excited that you're here. Can't wait to share this information with you on tonight. Super excited. My name is Latasha Wilson, also known as the Boss Chick. And I am ready to run one on this evening. Yes, come on in. Let's get our numbers up, get our numbers up. Let them know that we are live in living color. Good evening. I see you, Dre. Let's go. I see Marlene out there as well. Run one. Absolutely. Let's go, guys. I'm going to send some last minute invites out as well. We're ready to rock and roll on tonight. This information I'm going to share was life changing for me. And so I always, really am favored to and honored to be able to come before you once a week on Thursday nights, guys. Terrific Thursday to everybody, and just share my testimony and let you hear about what we're doing in this space. So let's go ahead and send out some final invites. Good evening. Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's out there? Go ahead and send those last minute invites. If you are a guest, I want to welcome you. Go ahead and type in where you're from, where are you watching us from. Welcome to our private community. You were not invited by accident. It was actually intentional. Somebody thought enough of you to have you here in this space so that you can hear this amazing information. Again, my name is Tasha the Boss Chick, and we're going to start in about 60 more seconds. So let's invite, get your guests on, let everybody know we are live. We are live. Hello. Who else is out there? Who else is out there? Come on in the room. All right. So if you don't see your guests on, all you have to do is go to the chat box and type their names in, but make sure you put the @ sign. Put the @ sign right before you add them, add their name. Okay. So you want to tag them here and go ahead and send out a text. You may have not invited someone to our private community just yet, but right now I want you to think of somebody who you wouldn't mind traveling with, someone who you know is working overtime, who probably even had to work the 4th of July, Juneteenth, anybody who had to work double shifts and extra jobs. You need to get them on this line right now because we want to give them some liberty, right? We want to invite them to have time freedom with us on tonight. I see somebody invited Ryan. Yes, let's get Ryan on this call. Super excited. Again, my name is Latasha Wilson. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. And hey, we're going to get this ball rolling. I just love what I do. I love helping people. And again, I am pleasured and just happy to be here on this evening to share with you something that changed my life. I was invited to a call just like this, and I came with an open mind. So if you are new, if you are hearing this information for the first time, I ask right now that you come with an open mind and just be ready to listen to the information. I know you'll be able to resonate with someone who, speaks or tell their testimony or their story. I mean, it's been so impactful. So I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you now. Go ahead. You still have time to invite while I share my screen. Yes, invite, guys. Come on in. Welcome. If you're just joining us, super excited and happy that you're here with us. So, welcome to Run One. These are some of my wealth partners. Guys, I have the pleasure of just traveling the world, being on business calls, strategizing with multimillionaires. And Run One, we're a huge community, we're a network, guys, where we're positioning people to make multiple streams of income by using our platform, our digital products. So here you have the lovely Meg and her husband, not Logic. This is Logic over here. This is her husband, Garrett Roberts, who you guys are going to hear from shortly. I absolutely love this power couple. They pretty much got rich off the internet, okay? Meg has her own story, just pretty much going viral on YouTube, being a mom and multitasking. And Garrett, again, you'll hear from him tonight. We have Dwayne Lodge out of Miami, Florida. He is doing amazing things, helping families all around the world. He loves traveling and making this digital money as well at the same time. This is myself. And then this is my mentor, Dr. China Bethley, with her husband, Logic Mix, who are from New Orleans, but they're here in Atlanta, Georgia as well. So I love linking up with power couples. They're, bosses in their own way. And then we have Stevenson Lindor, who is an amazing, amazing educator. He's an expert in this industry and some of the industries that I'm going to share with you. So welcome to Run One. A little bit about myself, guys. And some of you probably, I don't know how many school teachers we have out there, but raise your hand if you're a school teacher currently, or if you're a college student on your way to college and or high school, coming out of high school, going to college, and you're going into education. That's a big step. Some people make that change and they say, hey, I want to further my education. And then some people go right into the workforce. But I chose to get an education. So I got my bachelor's, got my master's degree as well, and went straight into my field. I was blessed to be able to go right into the classroom of my choice, and I had options. I'm big on family, so we're big, we're family oriented. This is my beautiful family, just a small portion of them. My mom, dad, my sister. We were at my brother's wedding. This is my grandma, who just turned 82 years old last week, and she's moving better than me. Okay. So just being able to have the time freedom to spend with your loved ones is priceless. I love doing what I do and just being able to have this quality time. This is myself on my mentor's private jet. Yes. When I say you get to rub elbows with amazing individuals who are selfless, who don't mind sharing their blueprint on how they got to that level of success, how they were able to get private jets. Okay. Her husband is a pilot as well. So I'm around amazing people, and we invite you into this community. So it's so much that we offer here. This is us, my team, some of my wealth partners, and both these pictures. We travel the world together. We go to conferences and we learn more about AI, digital products, and how to leverage them so that we can build our own digital franchise, right? We build digital empires. What does that mean, guys? That we make money off of technology. And that's what we're going to show you on today, and so many other streams of income. How many people out there are looking for another stream of income, right? How many of you are looking? You've been praying for an opportunity. You've been praying for something to just fall in your lap, right? Look, you're in the right place right now. Tonight, you could have been anywhere else. I'm just going to go straight forward. I'm just going to give you exactly what it is that we're doing. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. And the best part about, once you finish this call, if you stay on this call, and it behooves you to stay on to the end, right? Once you listen to the information and hear the blueprint, not only do we show you how we're doing it, but we're willing to hold your hand and put you in our private communities where it's members only. And we'll show you exactly how to do it the same way we did it for our families. And so what is it that we do, guys? We're helping people to make money. We're helping people to get on the right side of money, okay? I want somebody to type in right side, okay? Because we have a left side of money and we have the right side, looking at this cash flow quadrant. So that's what you're looking at. Many of you have probably heard of Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, he's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he grew up with two fathers. His biological father was very poor, and his stepdad, his mom remarried, and he was very wealthy, the stepdad. So the life learned lessons were very different, right? You know, of course, the wealthy father had a lot more to offer when it comes to financial stability and just showing him how to, you know, handle his finances, what to do with it, versus growing up with one parent who was very poor, who only knew and taught you how to work. Hey, you got to roll up your sleeves, you got to get down and dirty to make this money, right? And so some of us on this call, you may have a job, you may have a good career, you may be doing, you know, 40,000 a year, 50, 60,000. Some of you may have even got into the six figures, right? 100,000 and so forth. But how many of you have time freedom, right? You may feel that you're stable. You know, you may be in a good place financially, but how many of you really have the time that you would like when you're on vacation? How many of you have to get back to work? Or you have to cut your trip short, right? For some reason, you got to go back and make that money, because many of us who are working on the left side of this cash flow quadrant, which is what I'm about to break down, guys, many of us we're working and we're living check to check. And so when you get to the right side of money, we're going to show you how you don't have to work for money, but you position yourself to make money work for you. So we want to work smarter and not harder. So that's the lesson for tonight. We're going to show you how to work smarter and not harder. So Robert Kiyosaki, his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he breaks down the cash flow quadrant. 95% of us fall on the left side of this cash flow quadrant. Okay, 95% of us, we fall into the employee category. That's 60%. We're going to break down now the 95. 60% of us are working for money. You're exchanging your time for the dollar. You know exactly how much you get paid by the hour annually, right? You know how long you're going to work, how many hours, depending on what shift they give you. You know how long your lunch is, what time you get off, and if there's mandatory overtime, right? And the thing about this is you're always working for money, but you don't have enough sometimes. You got many bills left over at the end of your month and not enough money left over, right? How many of you ever been in that position? I mean, just 6 years ago, I was in that position until I started thinking outside of the box. And I got to the right side of this cash flow quadrant. And so what we want to do is shift you from just working for money, working for your dollar, but show you another way out, okay? And then out of that 95%ers, we have 35% that are self-employed. Now, congratulations, because that's a big move. Now you went from working and having a boss to working for yourself, and now you become your own boss. But now you own a job. You went from working a job to owning a job. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a big step, a huge step. But if you look at it, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a barber, if you're a dentist, you still only get paid based off of customers, right? If your door is not opening back and forth and customers are not coming in and out, you're not going to be able to feed your family. You're not going to be able to pay your bills. So you're still working for the dollar. During the pandemic, the 3 years that we went through, a lot of businesses had to shut down because they were brick and mortar, right? And when we shut down, you had to go back in the house. And if you didn't have an online business, if you didn't have a digital product to sell, then you and your household were losing income. And we don't ever want anybody that's connected to us to be in that position. And so that's why we start doing calls like this. We invite people to Zooms because you don't know what you don't know. But tonight, somebody thought about you, and now what you do with this information is totally up to you, and you're held responsible now. But the good thing about it is, again, we're friendly here. We're going to hold your hand and show you how to get to the right side of money, okay? Now, the top 5%ers on this right side of the cash flow quadrant, y'all, they got access to 95% of the world's money. All the world's wealth is on this right side. When you only have 5% of the world's wealth, where majority of the people are on the left side. So let's talk about this right side of money, okay? 5%, out of those 5%, you have 4% that are business owners. Business owners have systems working for them. We build assets, not liabilities, okay? We build assets on the right side of money with this cash flow quadrant. So when you position yourself to own a franchise business within our company tonight, which is what I'm going to show you. I'm getting there. Stay with me now. When you have a share or when you franchise and say, you know what, I want a piece of the pie, you're positioning yourself to tap into the top 95% of the wealth. Okay. And then we have 1% that are investors. And pretty much the two go hand in hand. When you're an investor, you have money working for you. You're in a great position. This is like your CEOs, you make a one-time investment and you get an ROI or return on your investment every single week or every single month, depending on what the terms are. But we position you to make multiple streams of income on a monthly basis. Now, I just talked about franchise, right? Some of you probably have ever, I don't know if you thought about franchising a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, McDonald's, that big arch, okay? Been around for years, decades, right? I remember wanting to own a McDonald's, but I thought it cost too much. And actually, after doing my research, it does. And it did back then, right? If you were to open a franchise just to fill out the application and get going, get approved just with the application, you done already spent $45,000. Hello. How many of us have $45,000 just sitting in our bank account and we can easily spend it without having to pull out our phones and call our accountant first to check and make sure all the bills paid, or how can we move some money around? How many of you just have it sitting there and you can easily say, you know what, let's do it. Boom, drop it down. Let's open up a franchise with McDonald's, right? That's not it. You still got to have more than 45,000. By the time you get your location, you train and hire your employees, and you have your, human resource department, all of that, you're looking to spend anywhere, that initial investment, between $1 to $2.2 million. And that right there, I probably lost you. A lot of times, we have these brilliant ideas, how we're going to make, ends meet, how we're going to build generational wealth for our families. But as soon as you get the facts and find out exactly what you need to get started, you at a stumbling stone, right? A stepping stone, right? And you don't know, okay, I don't think I'm gonna have to draw this back up. How can I do it another way? Some of you say, okay, well, let's do a Chick-fil-A. A Chick-fil-A is only $10,000. That's just the application process. By the time you finish putting up your Chick-fil-A's, hiring your employees and so forth, guys, you're spending anywhere from $265,000 to $2.2 million. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, and you got to have this money in the bank. They're going to be looking at your financials, right? They're going to be looking through your bank statements to see how you spend money. How do you manage money? And some of us, I know when I was in college, I was not that good managing my money. And so that's okay. In this space, I'm glad you came tonight. We show you that even if your credit score is low, even if you're not good at managing money, as long as you are willing to learn and get a skill set, guys, you don't have to worry about money a day in your life. And so what we're going to position you tonight is how to open a digital franchise suite. Okay. So I want you to screenshot this, because we're going to show you how you can tap into each one of these industries, okay? Or you can pick and choose, but some of us, we tap into every last industry that's on this screen. We have a cryptocurrency market. How many of you have ever heard of that, okay? We're talking about crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and so many others that are out there. Many of you jumped on Dogecoin. You thought that was major and it was going somewhere just because the trend everybody else jumped on. But what we do in this industry, or with our digital franchise learning academy, guys, we teach you about each one of these industries. You can be a part of this $4.6 billion industry just by tapping in and learning and using our tools. And then we tap into the social media market. Social media market is 231 billion, growing. Now today, yesterday, guys, in the last 24 hours, another app just came out, okay? Another app just dropped, part of the meta universe, and it's called Trends, okay? Now, I'm not here to teach you about trends, but we teach you everything there is to know about social media, the various apps that you need to be tapped into, how you can make money off of these apps with our social media academy, okay? Also, Even if you decide, hey, I'm not big into social media, excuse me, but I know a lot of people who use social media. Guess what? If you share with them, you just open up a franchise suite using our social media platform. You can make money by showing and sharing your referral Academy suite with them, right? All you have to do is tap in, and we're going to show you how you can franchise with our digital products, okay? Then we have the travel industry. It's a $2.3 trillion industry. Now, I love flying. I just came back from my hometown. I was a little late for Father's Day, but I was early for Grandma's birthday. I love traveling. I'll jump on a plane at the drop of a hat. I can go to sleep tonight and say, I feel like going somewhere. Some of my other partners, and I have another young lady who's in New York, and she's going to share her testimony. She loves traveling. Guys, we meet each other around the world. We can be on the beaches, just living our best life while we're tapped into these different digital suites, making income. We're making money work for us. Now, remember, we're talking about the right side of that cash flow quadrant. We're going to work smarter and not harder, okay? E-commerce. Any of you ever dreamed of having an online store, an online boutique? Fellas, you can have a fedora, a hat business online, right? You can sell whatever you want or dreamed of. How many of you even know how to find the vendors over in China? Or, sometimes we hear about Alibaba, AliExpress, all these websites so you can get things from overseas. How about if we just give you our blueprint in our e-commerce suite that shows you how to do everything from A to Z? Would you enjoy that? Where you can capitalize off of this $6.4 trillion industry. That's what we do here. Digital products, multiple streams of income. Where do you see yourself at? Position yourself. Identify which industries you're interested in by the time we end this presentation, right? And then you have the U.S. stocks. Many of us have our hand in the stocks. Even if you were just buying the stocks off of Robinhood, the app. That's a pretty conservative app, but many people really don't know what they bought, what they're buying into, and they don't know what to look for. Over here, we provide the education, but we also show you how you can have a franchise with the stock market and earn a piece of this $553 billion. And last but not least, one of my favorites is the grandfather of them all, the Forex market. Okay, the foreign exchange is also known as the Forex market. You ever heard of, you probably were, watching the Bloomberg, or you've seen on the news the little numbers and the acronyms at the bottom, the Dow, which is a stock, of course, but the USD stands for US dollar, JPY stands for Japanese yen. Yeah, guys, the exchange of money, we're able to capitalize. We show you how to open your own digital franchise in the Forex market. You may have even been to the airport, right? Traveling outside of the country. You had to go to the foreign exchange market, the kiosk, right? To exchange your dollar. If you were going to London, we exchanged our US dollar for the Great British Pound. Every time money's being exchanged, how would you like to make a piece of that pie, that $7.7 trillion a day industry? I'm excited, guys. How are we doing this? With our platform, we partner with an amazing company called I Am Mastery Academy. We've accomplished $1 billion in revenue and growing. We have customers in 20 countries plus. We have over 1 million students and still learning. And I still consider myself a student, considering I've been here almost 7 years. And actually, on July 4th, we just celebrated 10 years. Come on, light up the chat, light up the chat. I can't see the chat right now, but I know y'all are excited about celebrating our 10-year anniversary with this company. When you think about investing, when you think about making boss moves, you want to make sure the company has longevity. And that speaks volumes with who we are. These are the CEOs. I had the pleasure of meeting with them several times. Christopher Terry, Isis Terry. Guys, Christopher Terry just flew some of my friends and my wealth partners out to his mansion. He flew us out to Vegas, and it was all expense paid for. Not only do we provide you education, not only do we hold your hand as you build your digital empire, but guys, we're selfless. The CEO loves helping people. And this is why we share these industries and how you all can participate as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing right now. I have a young lady who is on. Her name is Merlan. She is in New York City. And I had the pleasure of working with her. I love her heart. Guys, she was able to come into this industry she knew nothing about, right? And she was able to follow directions. Now, as a former school teacher, after firing my boss after 14 years, I don't even know if I mentioned that part, right? But after firing my boss, one thing I used to always tell the kids, listen, raise your hand, ask questions if you don't understand. When I say Marlene came in here and she was a student, an A+ student, she was laser focused. Wait till you hear her results. Her results now are paying off because she came in and she followed directions. That's the good thing about what we have. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is take what we're handing you and do something with it, and let us show you how to build digital wealth with our digital products. So none other than Marlene in New York. Come on up, beautiful. Share your testimony and just, oh my goodness, you look good tonight, girl. Thank you for coming on and being my special guest. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and share, and I'm gonna go off for a second. Go right ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Latasha, the Boss Chick, for allowing me to come on and share with you guys. Just wanted to come on here and, yes, share my testimony. First off, like she said, my name is Merland Evans. I am an occupational therapist by day. I am a mom. I am a wife. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I'm in the New York area, as she mentioned. And yes, this experience has been amazing. I knew nothing whatsoever about trading when I first decided to join this amazing platform. And the reason I decided to join this platform is because I was hearing so much about cryptocurrency, and the stock market was starting to make a lot of waves around the time that I joined. And I really wanted to learn something that was going to allow me to have multiple streams of income. Because of the type of work I do, there is a lot of opportunity for work. However, I really don't want to work extra hours or work weekends just to make extra money. I wanted to find a way where I can make a stream of income. And when I found out that you could do this literally from your phone, anywhere, on the beach, as long as you had Wi-Fi, I was like, I'm in. So one thing about my mentor, Latasha the Boss Chick, is she is a person that has integrity, and she's so supportive. She's been an amazing mentor. She leads from the front. She does not tell you to do something that she herself has not had experience in and success in. And that's what I love. This is a platform where not only do you get community, you're able to, yes, definitely make money, because we're able to get the information right from the educators and take the trades, and we're able to be profitable based on the trades that we get from our educators. There is no other company out there, guys, that literally holds your hand and allows you to copy the plays and make the money. But in this space, guys, you're literally able to do so. And once you learn, you're able to earn on your own. So this has been an amazing opportunity. I'm so grateful for the community of individuals that I've had the experience to meet. Yes, we trade, we travel together, we have an amazing time together. And I'm just so excited that I said yes to this opportunity. But one thing I want to let you guys know is you're not going to be able to find a community such as this where we pray together, we trade together, we travel together. It's not only a community where we, have some similar interests in common, but everyone here has the desire to win. Everyone here roots for each other, and make sure that we're all able to be successful. And that's what I love about this community. The platform is simple to follow. Yes, you follow directions, and if you're able to follow directions and you're absolutely coachable with a desire to win, you will be absolutely successful in this space. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to share, Latasha. It's been an amazing experience. I'm so humble and honored to be a part of this community. And I hope that everyone watching here tonight says yes to success. Let's go. I can't hear you.
Hey there. All right. I
Okay.
think I was muted. Thank you again, Merland. It was a pleasure having you on. Always enjoy making multiple streams of income with my sister. And keep doing what you do. Keep blessing people and sharing this. Y'all, she is doing an amazing job. And like I said, I'm super excited to be partnered with so many amazing individuals. So with that being said, moving right along, I'm going to bring up my brother. I mentioned him earlier. We call him Rich off the net. Mr. Garrett Roberts. This brother is doing 200 plus 200,000 plus a month, okay? And he's going to share a little bit more about the multiple streams of income that you all will have access to as you build your digital franchise. So you've been hearing what we talked about, the different industries and so forth, but he's going to break it down a little more smooth. He just got a swag like no other. And a lot of people can relate to this brother because he's just down to earth, but he's about his business as well. He's well respected around the world and in this industry. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up my brother, Mr. Garrett Roberts. Are you there, sir?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, just can't see you, brother. But yes, we can hear you. Go right ahead.
All right, I had my camera pulled up on.
Yes, and we can see you. There we go with that royal blue. Hats off to you. Take it away.
Shout out to everybody that's logged in with us, plugged in with us. Hey, shout out to Tasha, man. Like, guys, I don't know if you guys understand everything she just broke down to you guys, but you got to know she literally just broke down a box of blessings. That's what I've called it for the last 10 years. It's like a box of all the stuff that you just wonder what entrepreneurs do and successful people do. It's like a whole box of it just gifted to you guys. So understand everything she showed you guys. It isn't us just trying to sell you on something. It isn't a lotion. It isn't a potion. It's not a vacuum cleaner. It's not a box of knives. It's not chocolate. It's not makeup. Nothing against those things. But this is stuff that you actually see every day and stuff that you can use every day to increase your income, to better your lifestyle, and just to be educated on what the successful people are doing every single day and what they're taking advantage of. So salute to Tasha. Salute to you guys for even plugged in today. Is what is today? It is Thursday, and it's Thursday night. You literally could be doing anything right now, but you're plugged in with us because you're excited about learning what's going on. You're excited about having a digital empire. You're excited about just learning. Let's be real. You're excited about learning how to make money online, right? So shout out to you guys. You're in the right place at the right time. We're super excited because we do these calls every other day. Some people do them every day, but this call specifically is only for people who were invited into our private community inside our Facebook group. So this isn't even a call where we're looking for everyone. We're just looking for the right one, right? There's a bunch of people on this call. I salute everyone on this call, but at the end of the day, we're looking for the right one, the person that's going to hear the information, understand that it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Maybe it's that person that went to sleep last night praying, wishing, and hoping just to find something to take their life to the next level, right? I'm looking for that type of person, and I know Tasha is the same guy. So for you guys who don't know me, my name is Garrett Roberts. Tasha told you guys, everybody calls me Rich Off the Net. And the reason why they call me Rich Off the Net, guys, is kind of self-explanatory. Where I come from, I didn't have any mentors. I had to find mentors off the internet, right? Where I come from, making $2,000 a month is like the normal. I had to get past that income goal on the internet. Where I come from, people who don't work just the everyday job, and people who go out and find other ways to make money, like stocks and Forex and real estate and crypto and networking and running a business, those people are usually called it's too good to be true people, right? Or they call us another word, the 4-letter S word, right? So just understand, I had to learn everything that I know through the internet because I was raised and I grew up in environments, from my family to my friends to my school. I mean, unless you grew up in a rich household, you probably just like me, right? We didn't learn about finances in school. We didn't learn about trading in school. Our moms and our parents probably passed up on gold when it was very cheap. They probably passed up on silver when it was very, very cheap. They probably passed on Nike stock when it was very, very cheap. You get what I'm saying? Like, we come from an environment where all we know is work, 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 and then eventually get paid something that we have to go work even more because we're not satisfied with what we got paid. So that's kind of the world we came up in. But guys, literally what changed for me was I got to the point in life where I just didn't want to be a statistic for real. Like I was doing some of the wrong things. I was applying for jobs, I would apply for jobs and it was to the point they wouldn't even call to say I didn't get the job. Like those are the worst times of your life. Like when you're applying for a job and you're calling them every day, hey, I just this is Garrett here, and I'm calling to check the status of my. Oh yeah, we haven't made a decision yet. Knowing well they made a decision that they wasn't gonna call me, but because of the internet, guys, I went from unemployed, and then for the last 10 years of my life, I've been unemployable because of this information, because of these opportunities, because of the relationships, and more important, because of the mentorship that people gave me that had the life that I wanted to have. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not even gonna like make this a hard thing for you guys to understand what's going on here. What's going on here is there's people like Tasha. There's people all inside of our community that's already did the hard work. They already did the hard work. They already cracked the code. They already hit their head, bumped their head, figured out what didn't work, figured out what does work, figured out what works for a long time, figure out what never is going to work. We've already went through the process. Honestly, guys, the only thing we're looking for now, just to be real with you guys, the only thing we even get out of this is clout. Just being honest. And when I say clout, I don't mean it in like the way, you know, people be posting stuff on the gram for clout. No, I mean like, hey, here's James. He got on my webinar a year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago. He was struggling or he didn't know anything about this. He didn't know nothing about trading. He didn't know nothing about investing. He didn't know nothing about crypto. And now look at him. He has a story of success. That makes us look even better. That's all we get out of this, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I even pull up my screen and show you guys the rest of the great stuff we offer, I need you to get it here. Because one thing that almost made me not do this 10 years ago was I thought, well, what's in it for you? So let's get it out the way. Ain't nothing in it for us technically, but a picture with you, a post from you, a tag saying thank you because I got on that webinar. I've learned this skill set and it's changed my life. So since we got that out the way, guys, back to my story is when I got started, guys, I was just like you guys. Just got fired from my job. I couldn't get hired from anywhere. I was struggling, barely could afford McDonald's, and I ran to the internet, right? And I searched in how to get rich quick legally, and all this different type of entrepreneur stuff actually popped up, right? But what really changed for me, guys, is, you know, I started seeing like real estate. I started seeing like credit stuff, but it was this one video that kind of stood out to me because it was a young African-American kid. Like the kid at the time was like 16 years old or something. And I messaged him and he put me on to networking, like running your own business online and, you know, the whole industry of networking. But once I started really studying him, I ended up falling on his YouTube channel and seeing that he was making thousands of dollars per day clicking buttons, trading options, right? And this is back in like 2012. So this is a long time ago. I'm getting old doing this, guys. So I can't complain though, right? So I remember just sitting there looking at the kid, thinking to myself, he's making $1,000 a day. I know some people who make $1,000 a day. Let me sum this up. this kid's going to jail, right? Like that's how, when you don't know anything about this stuff, you would think that anybody making that type of money has to be doing something wrong. But little did I know I was wrong. I just wasn't educated. I just didn't know that the kiosk that you pass in the airport every single day that says foreign exchange, you know, that kiosk where you exchange the money, I just didn't know that the world was evolving into a digital space where they could do that on the internet. That's all that's going on here. I didn't know that when you put your money in a bank account, that the bank takes your money and they give you an app that you can see it digitally. But if you really wanted to pull that money out, depending on how much, that you probably can't. There's been plenty of times I went to the bank, I'm like, yo, I want this amount of money. And they'd be like, well, you didn't call us and let us know first. We can't give you that much. You want to know why? Is because they're taking your money and they're investing it into those markets that's been hidden from us for centuries. All our family life history, this market has been around. This is not nothing new. I wish I could show my screen and go to Google. Go to Google and type in how long has Forex been around? How long has trading been around? It's gonna say like I want to really get the answer for you guys because I did it before, and I just want you guys to understand, because I like for people to understand, not just think this is some sales thing that we're trying to get you to buy. No. How long has Forex been around? Since 1973 is one of the answers. And then another answer is the first and second century of the BC. I don't even know when that is, but basically a long time ago. That means your great grandma missed out, your grandma missed out, your great grandpa missed out, your mama missed out, your daddy missed out, and now it's your turn. Are you going to miss out, or are you going to take advantage of the internet? Because without the internet, we wouldn't have access to that. So when I seen this information from that kid, I had to make this decision. Okay, do I want to remain ignorant to something that's been around since the first and second BC, or do I want to take that small risk of a couple of $100, something that I'm going to go drink tonight, or something that I'm going to go blow tonight, or something that I'm going to wear tonight, eat tonight, drive tonight? You get what I'm saying? I had to make these decisions. I had to weigh out my options. Like, what are your options here? I get so many people all the time, oh, I don't have the money to invest. And then they go eat it, wear it, drive it. You get what I'm saying? We all have what we need to get to the next level. It's just we don't know if we're ready to go. But at that time in my life, I was ready to change my life. And all I needed was one sign and one mentor. And it happened to be a 16-year-old kid. And I made a decision to actually start, right? And I'll never forget my first day trading, guys. My first day trading, I hate to tell this story because it's like now where I'm at, sometimes people just don't believe it. But I was so broke, I couldn't afford to even get out the bed. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had that feeling where life is just not going any way as planned, and finances is not going any way as planned, and you just want to sleep the whole day over and hope a miracle comes tomorrow. That's kind of where I was at in life. Like, I just want to sleep this day away, right? But little did I know, I'm learning this trading. I'm glued to my phone like this, and I'm clicking buttons in my bed all day. I didn't even put clothes on that day. I was just in my drawers in the bed all day. I had a $40 account, and I made $1,200. At that moment, I knew I would never trade in my time and hard labor for money again. Now, there's nothing wrong with working hard, but at the end of the day, even the hardest working people I know have multiple jobs. So that lets you know hard work at this point in our lives isn't even enough, right? You have to have multiple streams. You have to have multiple things. You have to have multiple income options, because most likely you have multiple bills. Now, here's the crazy thing, guys, right? And I'm going to share my screen now. Here's the crazy thing. When I had that $1,200 day, it made me realize, wait a minute, I might have found something that the world could benefit off of. I might have found something that my grandma could benefit off of. I might have found something that people could understand that we don't have to really work that hard again. And so as I started learning it more, I actually got introduced into our partnership company, which is the #1 educational company in the world when it comes down to Forex, when it comes down to stocks, when it comes down to crypto, when it comes down to building your own store. They even have travel benefits for people that want to travel the world and trade, travel the world and make money, travel the world and earn their business. And as you guys see, our prices, this is a meal with your boo, right? This is a dinner or two when you look at these prices, guys, if we just gonna be real about it, right? And so as I really started to study and be more of a mentee and become more educated, I realized that a lot of people wanted to do this. They just didn't know where to start and they didn't know where to learn it from. So we started showing people step by step what we did from the beginning to making our first $100, to making our first $100 day, to making our first $500 day, to making our first $1,000 day, to making our first $5,000 day, $20,000 day, $50,000. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no income cap here. And we started showing people exactly what we were doing so they could do the same things. Now, what I didn't realize with our partnership company is they have a unique plan, guys. Like most educational platforms, you have to pay a monthly fee and then continue to pay and continue to pay. Well, they do have a monthly fee, but the way they understand the culture and people and just people at the end of the day, they understand people. People don't need more bills. They just need more money, right? So they have a unique system where if you share this with two individuals that you know want to learn Forex, want to learn crypto, want to learn stocks, want to run a business, if you share this with people, they'll waive your membership just for sharing it with two people, right? We got to think, how, guys, if you don't know two people that want to make money, you know a lot of the wrong people. If you don't know two people in 2023 that's interested in Forex, crypto, or even running a business, you know the wrong people. We all know somebody, you just might think you don't know them, right? Or you don't know that they're looking for something that you have. But the cool part is I was one of those people. I just wanted to share it with my mom. I shared it with my lady. The crazy part, Tasha told you, my lady actually ended up joining the business, becoming educated on the markets, and built a 6-figure business also, right? So it's the land of opportunity. But one thing I didn't understand is the company is all about the people, right? They don't spend their money on advertisement. They don't have any commercials. They don't have any billboards. They don't have any radio ads. They don't have no marketing, none. There's no marketing budget here, zero. And it's $1 billion company. How do you get to $1 billion company with zero marketing? Let's think about it. The only way is the customer's market for you. Now, let's be real, guys. If you join the company today, this is when I want you to really think out the box, right? Because a lot of people who selling stuff can't talk like this. If you joined the company today and lost all your money tomorrow, would you share it with somebody? You wouldn't, right? If you joined the company today and realize you learned nothing tomorrow, would you share it with somebody? You wouldn't, right? So the company is actually one of the first companies I ever seen do this. They said, you know what? Instead of us spending the budget on advertisement, we're going to share it with our customers, right? And they gave the customers the opportunity to franchise the business. They gave the customers the opportunity to franchise the business. I'm no different than you. I started because I wanted to trade. I started because I wanted to learn. But then I realized I could franchise the business. And now I want you guys to guess how much it would cost to franchise it. Because I know to franchise a restaurant is going to cost you 6 figures. I know the franchise, a big corporation might cost you 7 figures. I know the franchise, even a cell phone store, you need like $50K, right? I remember to make a Cricket store. I don't know if you guys remember Cricket back in the day, but that was like 20 bands just to get Cricket, right? But to franchise a $1 billion company, guys, all you got to do is pay $15, right? So you're not paying to join, to get people to join and get people. We're not one of them. No, you're paying to become knowledgeable. And then you have the opportunity. It's like going to Yale. It's like going to Harvard. You're paying for the curriculum. You're paying to have access to the courses and the skills and the knowledge and the tools. But what if you had an opportunity to pay $15 to franchise your own Yale and Harvard? That's basically what's going on here. Now, they have a unique system, guys. Not just only will they allow you to have a free membership, but I started sharing it with more people, more than just 2 people. I shared it with 3 individuals, and they gave me a $150 check. $150. Now, $150 isn't life-changing income. I get it. But $150 was some good money to throw in my trading account at the time. And when I threw it in my trading account, those 3 people, my mom, my girl, and one of my friends that I actually put on, he's an educator in the company now. He's like one of the top educators. He travels the world. He was just in like Europe. He's everywhere, right? They wanted to do the same thing. And our customer database ended up being 12 customers. And the company started paying me $600 a month. Now, I know $600 a month isn't life-changing income, but $600 is a free car note. $600 could go to your rent. $600 could be free groceries and a free bill. $600 can be a cell phone bill. $600, back in my, growing up, people used to go crazy for the refund check. You know, the refund check that come through every year? They used to claim kids that wasn't even theirs. I watch people scam the government and not even get $700, $200 in a year, because that's what $600 is going to do for you, right? I watch people do all type of stuff just to get a refund check that's $3,000, $4,000. You share this with 12 individuals, you get a $700, $200 raise in a year. But it didn't stop there, guys. $1,000 a month. What would that do for you? You're probably like, man, $1,000 a month. I know I got to probably share this with a lot of people. No. All you need is a customer database of 30 people. Not saying you need to go get all 30. No. That means anything that comes after you counts towards you. We're not one of those things, go get a bunch of people. No, one person could buy a lot of products. We all about selling the service, guys. And that's when it really clicked for me. I'm like, okay, I'm making $1,000 a month. We need to show more people how to get to $1,000 a month. We need to show more people how to use this platform, not just from the educational side, but actually grow a digital business also, right? And we started doing that. We started sharing how to actually grow the business. It took my income from $1,000 a month to growing our customer database to 75 members, making $2,000 a month, to really growing to 225 customers, $5,000 a month. Now, where I come from, $5,000 a month, you bought. I don't care, right? But it didn't stop there. And I want to say I was probably 25 or 24 when I had got to 6 figures a year, $10,000 a month for 500 members, $2,500 a week. $2,500 a week just for investing $200 into the knowledge. But that $15 is what got me to $10,000 a month. You talk about the best business model. There's no better business model than making 6 figures and having a $15 overhead. I don't care what nobody says. Come on, what you comparing it to? There's no comparison, right? And so when I got to the $10,000 a month, my life had changed. I'm eating different. We traveling different. We living different. We eating different. Now we ordering off the left side and the right side. We travel. Now we walk into the left part of the plane, not way in the back of the right part of the plane. Now we staying on trips a little longer. They used to be right there and then right back. Now we, you feel like leaving. Nah, let's stay a little longer. I missed my plane, man. I'm sorry, book another flight. But the crazy part is the company pays you in residual income. So even taking a vacation, you're coming back richer because the company is paying you off of the customer database. That means money is to continue coming in no matter if you working or not, right? And so we started showing people, we started traveling all around the world, city to city, state to state, showing people how we were able to do this. And we started showing other people how to get to these ranks. And, fast forward, I can't even count how many people have made six figures here. I won't even try to count. Like, you couldn't pay me to go count. It's too many. You couldn't. Like, it's too many people to go count. Most people that you see on the internet, they know exactly the amount of numbers. Yeah, 5 people that help. I helped 5 people, big six figures. I've helped 3 people. Guys, you couldn't pay me to go count, right? Because the system that we created here was unique. We're teaching people about educating. We're teaching them and educating them on markets they have to learn in this world. Right? We've been teaching this before the market even crashed, before COVID. We was telling people the market was going to crash back in 2017. We was telling them, yo, a big economy crash is coming. We didn't know it'd be COVID as a cover up, but we was calling it years and years and years before. They just threw COVID in there to make it make sense. That's a whole nother subject. But when you're educated on the markets, you'll start to realize why the richer get richer, because they know what's coming. They can plan what's coming, and they can help make it come even faster to benefit them. Right? That's a whole nother subject. Right? So we started educating people on this, guys, and it took me from $10,000 a month to $25,000 a month to $50,000 a month. And then I want to say by the age of 26, 27, I had Chairman 100, which is $25,000 weekly minimum, right? And so 26, 27, and how old am I? I'm about to be 33 now, right? So from starting this whole journey at 22, I'm now 32. 32, and it all started because I made a decision to go to the internet, find out what the rich and wealthy are doing, apply that in my lifestyle, be the best mentee, be the best student, apply that in my lifestyle, stay consistent, understand it's not going to come overnight, invest in my knowledge, invest into my relationships, invest into my business, and here I am 10 years later, still sitting in front of a computer. At one point, my oldest daughter didn't know nothing but me with a laptop. Matter of fact, my kids probably think I'm like the biggest bum in the world because they've never seen me go anywhere. They've never seen me have to go away and come home angry and tired and stressed. Like, they haven't seen that, right? And it's all because I went to the internet and searched for mentorship. That's it. I'm no different than you guys. I promise on everything, I'm no different than you guys. The only difference is when I seen the opportunity one time, I only needed to see it one time. I didn't have to ask my lady for permission. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to ask God. I didn't have to ask no one, because I knew at that moment, this is what I've been asking for my whole life, right? And so, guys, at the end of the day, we could talk money all day. I could show you people who making this money. I could do that and do that. But at the end of the day, none of that even matters. None of that matters. There's gonna be two type of people: the person that get off this call, make a decision, and they do what they gotta do to change their life. Is gonna be the person that get off this call and tell whoever invited you to this call, I gotta think about it. I gotta ask my wife. I don't know. I gotta check my finances. I own $200 a steep. It's gonna be those. It's all type of people. But at the end of the day, if you really see something here for you, you're the one we're looking for. We're not looking for everyone, because at the end of the day, guys, I don't get nothing if you get started. Tasha don't get nothing if you get started. This is our good deed of the day. Seriously, that 200 goes to the company. I told you how the comp plan works, so you know I'm not lying. I just showed it to you. We don't get nothing. Matter of fact, we have to do the hard work. You just have to be coachable. I'm super excited to see if you guys make that decision, but at the end of the day, I can't make it for you. So what I challenge you to do is when you get off of this call, first thing you want to do is thank whoever invited you to the group. Tell them thank you, because they might see something in you that you don't even see in yourself, right? The second thing you want to do is go look in the nearest bathroom that you're next to. Go look in yourself in the mirror. Close the door. Don't let nobody come in there with you. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do I really want to grow my income? Do I really want more income? Do I really want to change my life? Because this is for everyone. You might already have a great job. You might already be in a great situation, or you might be completely at rock bottom. I was the third option. But at the end of the day, no matter what your situation is, we all got to make a decision. Because even if you already have a great job, why wouldn't you want to learn what the banks are doing with your money? Why wouldn't you want to be educated on this market that keeps popping up over and over and over again, and you're hearing about it through everybody, but you know nothing about it? Why would you want to remain clueless? And that's my biggest challenge for you guys. Now, if you pass that challenge, you look at yourself in the mirror, you say, this is what we've been looking for, this is what we needed, and we're ready to be coachable, consistent, and really apply this when we learn it, then we accept you with welcome arms, guys. I hope to see you guys on the inside, because the outside is way too crowded. Hope you all have a blessed night. Let's get it. Let's go. And we're out, guys.